Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of On the Mic with Mike. I'm your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me tonight is adult content creator, adult star, and a hell of a one at that, the one, the only, Miss Karma Blayze. How are you, Karma?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I've been seeing a lot of the great work that you've done from the modeling side of things to where we see you transition with the adult content. There's a lot of great stuff out there that really showcases your internal and external beauty. So kudos to you because you've been killing
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So let's start it off here because when you think of the adult entertainment industry and content creation, really much like anything in life, it's an art form. We're really all applying our crafts and we're all painting our canvases in many different ways. So let's talk about kind of what kind of gravitated you towards the adult side of things as well as modeling, because it really does show within your content and your imagery. What kind of gravitated you towards it?
I'm not really sure. Like I was always like my whole adult life, I've been like a dancer, and I did a lot of like the modeling side. As far as the video work, that was just like the past year and a half, maybe. I don't know. It's just always been like, I can be me. I like that. Don't have to be like filtered or whatever. No judgment.
I think that's the best way to put it. I mean, if you really
Right.
think what you're doing with everything on screen, it's you, but with the volume turned up, really amplified
Mhm.
yourself. And I think what's really cool about it too, as well, is in today's day and age where everything's become so much more normalized than what we used to have known as what was taboo back in the day, we really get to see a lot of people really opening up and expanding their horizons. There's so many different fetishes and preferences out there. So people can really just be honest with themselves and really enjoy it. It's really bringing a community together and really opening a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And I think for you as well, and I mean, I look at it from a stance like this as well, with you becoming from the dancing field, the transitioning and the modeling type of field, I think it really is very apropos to what we get to see as far as everything that, and I'll say this to you, I think everybody can agree with this when it comes to making films and said content. It's not just like, boom, here it is. There's lighting, there's everything, there's trajectory, there's everything that goes into making the creative juices really flow.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I don't even usually deal like I don't even attempt to deal with like the lighting, the filming, anything technology, like keep it away from me. But even just everything else, like I mean, the running around, traveling, planning this, planning that, talking to this person, like it is super time consuming.
Oh, absolutely. I
Super
think
like my to-do list, it just doesn't stop.
I bet. I think what we always hear and we learn about is the grind never stops. And I think within life, much with any of these experiences, we're all creating moments and memories and moments and memories yet to be created, even the most subtlest, littlest detail. And I think for you, thus far within your journey into the adult side of things and content creation, we see many great things like Exotica. We see so many great places for people to really showcase their fandom and really showcase and meet a lot of their favorite content creators. How awesome is it to see how Exotica has become so big and what that is, and really is a great community for everybody to really meet one another and network?
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. When I went to New Jersey last year, like I kind of overbooked myself on shoots. So I told like two people that I would go in and take pictures with them. I went in and like 2 minutes later I had to leave. But at Chicago I had some booth space, so I got to stay a little bit longer, and it was insane. Like even just trying to get to the back of the line was like, oh my god, there was so many people there, and it was cool to see everybody come together like that.
Well, that's the thing too, and I think in today's day and age, I mean, even back in the day when like you could go see your favorite artists and buy CDs or have signings and everything, we're in a day and age too where when you look at it, say something like the Avians, right? It's equivalent to what we see in music or the movies, like the Academy Awards, the VMAs, so to speak. So you're really amplifying something that is so massive in pop culture and doing our own little spin, our own little flavor to it with what we get to see in the adult entertainment industry. And I think in today's day in content creation, I'll even ask you because there's so many platforms. There's only vids, there's many vids, there's loyal fans, there's everything that goes into those content creative spaces. How awesome is it to see really how we more evolutionize to see such great sites like these really come up into fruition?
It is cool because I mean, before I started all this, like I never watched this episode. I wouldn't really know much about anything other than OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And there is like a ton more, and like all the other ones have like certain ones have different fetishes and like more stuff that you can post. And it's definitely cool because you can expand and reach out to so many more people that way, which I need to start doing. But I don't. I'm horrible with just making myself sit down, and even learning how to run the platforms is kind of craziness. Let alone like when you're always just running around, traveling, shooting, doing something, and trying to find that time. But it is cool to like, because I would never even before even attempt to just sit down and like do computer work or something. I can't. I have ADHD, so my focus is very hard to keep on like a task like that. But teaching myself a little bit about technology has been a little crazy, but it's cool to learn all the different platforms and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I think in life you never stop learning. And I think with everything, how we adapt and how we grow and how we really evolve as people, we get to see what we like, we get to see what we don't like. And I think that's the beauty of it because we all find our niche and we all find our space in this thing that we call life. And it really does prepare us for what we get to see going forward. And for me, I cannot wait to see where your journey takes you because my God, for the ride that you're on thus far, I cannot wait to see where you continue to grow, my friend.
Yeah, thank I'm excited too. I don't know what's coming next, but we'll see.
Absolutely. And I mean, let's talk about this as well, because we mentioned the modeling side of things. And I got to say, for those who have not followed the Karma Blaze over here doing her thing on the Twitter and Instagram front, you could take a great photo with a John Deere tractor. You could put a lot of great modeling photos in there. Very sensual, very elegant, very decorum like. I got to say, photos come out great. And talk about the modeling side of things, because that really gets to showcase and highlight the internal and external beauty that makes all women.
Honestly, like the modeling side, I think is much harder. I forgot how hard photo modeling is until like probably about a month and a half ago. I had like a 5 hour shoot that was just photo modeling. And I'm like, oh god, I was so tired by the end of it. Like, but it is cool because I haven't got to do it just photo modeling in a while, and it's definitely some work, but the end result's cool. You get to see like your edited pictures, like, oh my god, that's so cool.
I look at it from a stance like too. I mean, in popular culture, we always hear about the America's Next Top Model, and back in the day, we had the women like the Tyra Bankses and the Naomi Campbells. I mean, even of all different shapes and sizes, modeling has become so not only just big, but it also gets to show the discipline that goes into showcasing these beautiful photos, these elegant side of things, and really highlighting the women for the beautiful work of arts that they are. I think as far as the modeling goes, much as with the adult content side of things, it does take a lot of courage and confidence because a lot of people, whether it be nude modeling or modeling in general, it really takes a lot of courage to open up and really amplify yourself, like we mentioned, but really put yourself out there. And I think a lot of people can gravitate content towards what we get to see. It's all about that gravitational pull at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're definitely right. You're right.
And I will say this, speaking of the gravitational pull, for those who have not checked out the Karma Blaze over here, you definitely do feel the blaze. Let's talk about this. You did some great shoots with the likes of Ellie Raven and Logan Drake.
Hey, it's Karma Blayze.
Hey, it's Ellie X Raven.
Today we're shooting with Chick Fast,
No, we're shooting with East Coast Celebrity.
but we will be shooting with Chick Fast in a few weeks, so stay tuned.
I've seen Logan Drake's work, a lot of great work that goes into his content. I wanted to ask you about Logan Drake first, because my goodness gracious, man, you two have great chemistry and synergy on camera.
Yeah, Logan, he's amazing. He's done a lot to help me. I worked with him. It would have been like sometime last summer-ish for the first time, and he actually brought me back. He's bringing me back regular. I go back actually the 30th. It's in like a week, and then I'll go back another week after that. But yeah, he knows like how I am with technology. He went out of his way and like got my domain for me. I'm nowhere near ready to use it, but like I'll have it that way. Nobody can get it. And he does that for a lot of the girls that he works with. Like he'll really go out of his way to help you, and he's an amazing person.
Well, that's the thing too. I think if you have the right surroundings, and I mentioned the beautiful Ellie Raven, for those who have not checked out the video that is on your social media now, my goodness gracious, another cutie beauty in her own right. It's all about who you surround yourself with in this industry. You know what I'm saying? In any walks of life, if you have the right people who are patient and, dare I say, be the best representation of your presentation, represent yourself well, and present yourself well, then you're golden. I think that is definitely much needed, especially in the content creation game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I have, there's certain people that I've known for like a year, and there's some really great people, honestly, and kind of stick with them and watch, and they, you help each other out, and then you learn to like help other people out as you get some more experience and connections. You help like people that are just starting, and sort of like build your own little tribe there.
Absolutely. And I mean, another person's work I've seen you with, and shout out to our girl, Sexy Pierce Diva. She's another one, beautiful woman in her own right, with the tattoos and the piercings and everything combined that makes her being. I've seen a lot of work with her, you two as well. That's another great chemistry as well. Talk about with our girl, Sexy Pierce Diva, because my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I haven't actually talked to her in a couple months. Last I talked to her, we were supposed to get together. I'm not really sure what happened. But either way, yeah, she's cool. She's a good girl. I like her a lot. We haven't got to work together as much, but she's nice. I like her a lot. I really do. She's a good person.
And that's the thing too, and I think with so many different outlets out there, like we mentioned in the technologically side of things, and just in general, I think the right film and the right arc and the overall subtleties, intricacies, and nuances that go into it. And I mean, you've done a lot of great scenes, whether it be gangbang, one on one, what have you. I can tell by just watching your films as well that I really admire much with a lot of great people in the adult entertainment sphere, so to speak. Is you love what you're doing, you're into it, but also at the same time too, the subtleties, intricacies, and nuances, the storytelling, and just the overall sensual vibes goes into it. It definitely translates on camera.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I feel like if if your mind's like a thousand other places, it's so like obvious. Like you got to keep your head, your vibe, like just all of you in the moment, but at the same time, like put a lot of work into it ahead of time.
Oh, it definitely shows. And I mean, I think in general too, there's something for everybody. And we talk about preferences in different categories, one on whether it be one-on-one, solo, gangbangs, what have you. There's something for everybody. And I think you could concur with me on this. Variety is so key in anything in life, whether it be adult entertainment, modeling, what have you. The variety is so there. And as they say, the variety is spice of life, but that is so key because you never stop letting the creative juices flowing. But the variety that you provide really goes a long way with the content creation.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like plus a lot of times you like gotta see what works for you. Like I mean there's certain stuff I don't like to do, but you kind of have I just like to have a little bit of all content. So it's all there. And you can't hate what you're doing or it shows. You gotta just, you know, learn to make the best of everything. And you kind of I guess it more so opens my eyes at stuff that I maybe might have not done in the past. Just because I've had to give certain things a try that I wouldn't necessarily do before just because I want the content. I was like, oh, it's not terrible.
Oh, absolutely. I think with anything, though, I think with what you've done thus far in your short tenure, it definitely shows just the hard work that you're willing to pull it out. I mean, the grind never stops. We always talk about traveling and stuff, but that's the beauty of it. It could be hard days and long nights, but at the end of the day, too, it is worth it. And I think where you are now, like we mentioned, the trajectory, it's going to continue to be on the up and up, man. You are definitely one of the good ones now here in the adult entertainment industry. And I really wish you nothing but continued success. I've been really enjoying what you've been putting out thus far. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I will put this into the forefront. I mean, in such a short time, I always like to ask this question because there's a lot of pearls of wisdom, so to speak, that you really get to put out there from what you've learned thus far. Thus far in your 1 year tenure in the adult entertainment industry and content creation, what are some things that you've really taken away thus far with what you've learned in the adult game and what you really look to go, really like to take forward going on in life?
Um, that's a good question. I think mainly the main thing I've gained out of this is like as far as the people you'll meet there, like yeah, there are definitely crappy people. You can't trust like
Right.
anybody until you know them. But kind of goes off what I was saying earlier. Like you find the people that really have your back, and you realize like if you just open your ears and listen to those people and like take some of their wisdom, like it really does help you. And sometimes it's better like just to watch like the people that are serious about what they do that have actually proved like that they can succeed. Like it pays to just like shut up and listen sometimes for a minute.
Agreed wholeheartedly. I like the bluntness and honesty of that statement because it's very, very true. And I think in today's day and age, too, especially with the generation that we have now, I think it's so important to really take that in because, again, with everything that we have at our fingertips, mind you, we mentioned technology and everything, but it's so easy to just shut up and listen and take it everything because you may have a certain experience, but someone may have more experience than you, and you never stop learning and feeding off each other. That's what makes the ideas and everything go with the right all around process, so to speak. And I mean, I look at it from a stance of what you're saying too as well. I think with everything that it goes in the adult entertainment industry and the content creation, that is so key to always just continue to keep your eyes and your ears to the groundstone, so to speak, and always continue to listen and open up your ears because we need a lot of that. We really do need a lot of that because you never know what you're going to learn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I will say this, my dear friend, for as you within your also winter your pearls of wisdom, so to speak, we talk about your takeaways from what you've learned. But is there any advice you would want to give to some people who are on the come up, so to speak, in the adult game, the content creation game? Any advice that you like to give to someone? Could be a female, male, what have you? Any advice and pearls of wisdom that you like to drop on them?
Never be afraid to ask for help and you can't really have a dumb question. Because trust me, if there was, I would have asked it 1,000 times right now.
We'll talk about even more as we get into it. I mean, you look at what you've had, and I mean, seeing more of your work as well, you can really go into a lot, like we mentioned, the John Deere traffic and everything that piques one's interest, dare I say, titillating and tantalizing the masses. How cool do you really see it being as well, just from where we were, like we mentioned, from the taboo side of things and how everything's really evolved and revolved, people being more open-minded, expanding the horizon, so to speak. How key is that in life, man? Because, I mean, we all go from our teenage years to our adulthood. We never stop learning. We never stop changing and evolving with what we're into. It really goes to show how we really come into our own as we age. So I think the evolution of life really applies to the evolution of what we get to see in different art forms and facets of life. So how important is that to you to see how everything has become more open-minded and really see people coming into their own of what they like and what they really get to express themselves with?
I think it's amazing, and that's one of the things that I really like. Because, like I said earlier, it's like, I mean, it's almost judgment free. Now you do get a couple of judgy people, but that is what it is. You know, there's kind of like a place for everybody. You know what I mean? Like everything, there's a market for everything. Everybody has a spot. Like no matter what you're into, unless it's obviously some really weird stuff. There's somewhere, it's somewhere, and the content that you create, there's a market for it, there's a place for it, there's people, you know, your people are there, and it's cool to see just everybody be way more open-minded about stuff that probably wouldn't have been so acceptable in the past. It's cool to see.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I think it also accentuates the badassery. And I'm going to tell you right now, for those who have not checked out Karma Blayze over here, you got the badass tattoos, you got the internal and external beauty. It shows the edginess, and I really dig it because, again, there's a look and there's everything that really has that overall appeal and, dare I say, aesthetic that goes to one's being an overall work that we get to see. So I think that adds a great element to what you do, but also at the same time, too, it's you showcasing yourself. And I think that is worth having, and that shows that realness and the overall, dare I say, authenticity.
Yeah, I'm like a little kid. Like I still love to play dress up. So like it's great. Like that's the pictures you were saying about the John Deere tractor. That was actually when I went to Texas. And like one of the people I was down there shooting with, I was like, I should get like a cowgirl hat and stuff. And he sends me this website of like this place down there, which I didn't end up buying. I just ended up getting it off Amazon. But he sends me, and it's just like thousands upon thousands of hats and boots. And I'm like, I'm gonna spend way too much time looking at this tonight getting cowgirl boots. But
But no, those photos came out great and very immaculate and very beautiful. I mean, I look at it from a stance like this, my friend. I think everybody always wants to do the dress up. I mean, if you look at popular culture, like one of the things that really sticks out, and I mean, I cannot believe this just turned 25 years old, but you look at Britney Spears and the Oops, I Did It Again video, that red jumpsuit, even going back to Britney Spears with the Baby One More Time in the schoolgirl attire. I look at it like this. There's something for everyone, number one, but number two, if you can have an everlasting image that even someone can have that sweet, sweet fantasy baby like it's Mariah Carey and Old Dirty Bastard back in 95, there's something for everyone. And I think that's the great true thing that we get to see from images and what people can really get into and really, dare I say, let the creative juices flow. And so there's something for everybody, and there's really a lot of coolness to it.
Yeah.
And I think, speaking of cool, you, my friend, represent the C to the double OL and your coolness. And I cannot wait to see, once more to reiterate, where you go and moving forward. But I think you are just one of the absolute good ones thus far right now in your adult tenure. And I cannot wait to have you back on, because the overture is here. I'll say it right here, right now, like a Jesus Jones track. You are more than welcome to come back for a round two. The overture's here. It's a blast picking your brain and really get to give you the platform to tell your story. I'd love to have you back for a round two.
Thank you. It's great being here. And I'd like
Absolutely.
to come back in like a year and just see where, I don't know where I'll be, but I don't even know what I'm doing, but we'll see.
Hey, I mean, with what you've done thus far with your modeling and the content creations that we mentioned, because you're going to see a lot of the photos and imagery in this particular show, folks, definitely go out of your way and check out some Karma Blayze, because it's all in the name, as they say. The blaze, man. You feel the blaze, you feel the fire, if you will. And I mean, with a name like Karma, you know what I'm saying? Let's put it out to the forefront here. What goes around, comes back around, like a Justin Timberlake track, man. I love the name. I love the name. It's all in there.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, Karma Blayze, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. And yes, for what you are doing this year onto the next year, I cannot wait for what we've seen at Exotica and what we've seen thus far. It really does encapsulate an awesome being and an awesome self as you translate yourself on and off camera. So before we close this thing out, we mentioned the following of the social medias and the technological side. So I'll ask you, where can we follow you on the social medias? The floor is yours.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what my new Instagram is. I just had to make it. I don't get on there a ton, and I just had to make a new one because like somebody told me and I got kicked off of like everything but Twitter. I'll have to double check, but I think it's no caps, THE period KARMA period BLAYZE. If
Correct.
it's anything different, I'll let you know. For Twitter, it's capital T in the capital, no periods, capital K in Karma, and capital B in Blayze.
The links will
Sorry,
be
it's hard to keep track of everything.
don't even
Did you
apologize.
need any of the rest of them?
No, you're totally fine. I'm gonna say
Okay.
the links will
So
be
hard to keep track of.
no, the links will be in the description, and it's funny.
Yeah, and like once you find one, they should all be in my link tree in the bio. So
No, you're fine.
just gotta find one.
It's funny you bring that up because I've had guests, and here's the thing, folks, with social media, it could be a pain in the ass because there's so many of them that, like, from the
Yeah.
Blue Sky, the Twitters, the
Oh,
Instagram.
Blue Sky! I put it on my phone, and it's just like and then that Threads thing on Instagram is the worst.
Oh, dude, I know.
I
Man.
tried with that, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. It's too
But-
confusing for me.
No worries, but the main ones will be in here. Definitely give Karma
Yeah.
a follow. And if you want to subscribe to this channel and give a like and comment on this fine program and many others, it is S&M Network Shows. Subscribe, like, comment, and we appreciate the feedback. And if you want to check out yours truly, it's S&M Show 1 and MCL92 on the Instagram, and on Twitter, it's SM Show 1 or MCL92. Links will be in the description, as long as Miss Carla Blayze as well. And do you have any final words to your fans and your supporters of that you have been supported since day one? Any final words to the peeps, Miss Karma Blayze?
Just pretty much thank you for watching and supporting me, and stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And life is an art form. We're all applying our crafts. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to apply your craft in amazing fashion. And as I always say to end each and every one of these shows, it's not just my mindset, but my overall, dare I say, take on how women are and life should be. Beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Karma Blayze, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.